Hi, my name is Stephanie Rothert, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about my background and why I became an acupuncturist and my philosophy. I knew I wanted to be a teacher and a secretary and an artist and a healer when I was little. And in a way, I am all of those things now. But at the age of 15, I became very interested in meditation. And so I started with the Berkeley Psychic Institute. I used to get their newsletter, and I related to a lot of things in it. And so I began the study of meditation then. And it did change my life, though they were quite dogmatic. And so I moved away from them and I went to college in Seattle. And I ended up studying with a woman privately for 4.5 years. And it did save my life. And now I'm 38. That's when I started that when I was 19. And I also studied theater and movement, and that morphed into studying massage therapy, doing yoga on and off since I was 19, so almost 20 years, depending on what's happening in my life. I've studied with some amazing teachers, and I find the practice very calming and healing, and I'm returning to that practice now in my life as a way to heal myself and to be a better practitioner for my patients. I do like to connect with each patient, so sometimes if I don't have enough time, that does bother me, and each person matters greatly to me. And I believe in helping you to also find ways to balance yourself in your life. And acupuncture, a lot of times during the process, gives people clarity. And what acupuncture in itself does is stimulate your body's ability to heal itself. And also, it unblocks energy. We're working with meridians in the body, which now they're doing a lot of research correlates deeply with the nervous system. So I do experience and see in my patients some very deep healing without having to go into a lot of it consciously, like always talking about it. But then all of a sudden, people will have breakthroughs in their lives, and something that may have been blocked for them unblocks. But it does take time, and acupuncture isn't a cure-all. It's part of a whole way of taking care of yourself, putting yourself into balance or alignment, which is something like a practice of yoga can do. For some people, that's going to church. It's just tapping into basically a higher level of consciousness. Can be just tapping into the love of Jesus for some people, or prana in yoga, or the prefrontal cortex in meditation, and just getting ourselves out of fight or flight, out of survival mode, into a little bit higher level where we can start to use our imagination and relax. And for some reason, even though we live in a first world country, we have so much stress on us constantly. Maybe we're overstimulated, and most of us simply do too much and have pressures on us. So I am going to create a few little meditations that you can download or I can send to you to help us disengage that fight or flight, because that's one of the biggest things that acupuncture does. And we get that out of the way, our body can start to heal, and we can start to think of other things besides just survival. We don't even realize how much stress we're under. Me too. So I'm doing some further studies, more of a neuroscience, left-brained component of meditation, which I am finding to work quite well. I use it with my daughter, who's on the autism spectrum, and I'm very excited about it, to take all the knowledge that I've been gathering for the past over 20 years and start to put them all together and integrate them for myself in my personal life, which has been challenging, though I've had an amazing life thus far. I have to admit that some sort of internal practice can truly transform your life. No matter what it is, it's best to pick something that speaks to you and that you enjoy. I mean, it is hard work. And I know this is a long video, but I just felt very compelled to give a little background on myself so that when or if you might want to come see me or work with me, you have a little sense of who I am and where I'm coming from. So thank you so much, and I look forward to meeting you or speaking with you.